NASCAR on TNT with our continuing coverage of Speed Weeks 2002. Now less than a lap from the start of the NASCAR Busch Series EAS GNC Live Well 300. No less than 10 drivers have to go to the back of this field for various things. Kirk Shelmerdine and Jimmy Spencer missed drivers' introductions. Scott Riggs and Chad Chaffin are in backup cars. Matt Kenseth, Jeff Purvis, Jeff Fultz, Kenny Wallace, Jeff Spraker, and Stedman Marlin all changed engines since qualifying. Back of the field's been rearranged a little bit.
And those are the same rules that the NASCAR Winston Cup cars are going to have next week in Rockingham. If you have to change engine, go to the back of the field. All right, we see the lights are out atop the Pontiac safety car, so we're going to be going green in just a second, Matt.
Well, Benny, one car to keep your eye on is the 6 of David Green. Tommy Baldwin told me back in 1995 he had a dream, move south and own his own Busch team, and that's exactly what he's done. He's got a sponsor for this event, looking to get a permanent deal to go full-time. This car is very stout, Dave.
Matt, keep your eye on Jeff Fuller. Even though this ride came together late, this is an old Joe Nemechek car. It has won races, and it does very well on the restrictor plate tracks. Marty?
Dave, one more guy to watch out for will be Matt Kenseth. He has to go to the back because of the engine change that Alan talked about. Very fast race car, and he has the experience to work his way up through the field. Alan?
It'll take 120 laps to make up the 300-mile distance this afternoon. The $1.7 million purse, the lion's share of it, $90,000 to be claimed by the race winner, but more importantly, a trip to Daytona's victory lane. Joe Nemechek and David Green on the front row as the pace car heads off. The crowd comes to its feet, and we're ready for NASCAR Busch Series racing at Daytona.
Green flag.
David Green gets a great jump with that dodge on the outside of the front row. Meanwhile, it's Dale Earnhardt Jr., Joe Nemechek side by side, as is most of the rest of the cars.
These first 2 laps will be very tense. Had a few incidents in practice earlier this week. We've talked about the inexperience level in the field. It's tough when the traffic is tightly bunched. The 2 car, Johnny Sauter, first Daytona race. And it'll be Green leading lap 1. Earnhardt Jr. pushing up into second. 59 car is Stacy Compton, now racing Nemechek for third.
And they're 3 wide, about 10th spot. In the middle is the 24 car, Sprague. Oh, and he and Greg Biffle almost make contact off turn 2. That would be nothing unusual for those two after racing for a couple of years in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series.
Sprague still caught in the middle, fading back a little bit.
And check out the 21 car. Jeff Green drives down on the and blows by. Who is that?
It's Jeff Fuller.
Jeff Fuller in the 88 car.
That Fuller car, the 88, is a Minco Motorsports car. That's a 3rd entry in this race from Joe Nemechek's team.
This is where you really have to, this is, right now is the best your car is going to handle the whole race. But you've got to be looking in your mirror right now as much as you do out the windshield, because you can get put in the middle if you're not paying attention. You see Bobby Hamilton Jr. up in a 25 car. He passed a lot of guys on getting up on the outside of him and putting the car he was passing in the center. Once you're in the center, you go back.
Stacy Compton moving to third. Now Joe Nemechek racing Johnny Sauter for fourth. Who's that? 3 wide on the outside.
Biffle is on the outside. I just hope someone knows he's out there. On board with Greg Biffle.
And just like I said, they got on the outside. They put Chad Little in the center. And Chad's going to do everything he can to hang on there in the middle, but it's going to be tough.
It's Jeff Green to the inside in the 21. Here comes Joe Nemechek in the 87, getting a push from his teammate, Randy LaJoie. 4 wide behind him.
And somehow Biffle goes by right on the wall and takes those spots away. But he's still 3 wide on 4.
One thing Greg Biffle is not is afraid. Dave?
Well, and the call from his spotter had been 3 wide, you're in the middle, 3 wide, you're in the middle for the last 2 laps. He didn't want to be there, apparently, and now 3 wide on the outside is better, and I guess they've gone back to 2 wide, which is even better.
Biffle up to 9th spot. When they crossed the start-finish line this past time, he started 23rd.
Now they're trying to put Randy LaJoie in the middle in the 7 car. As Jeff Green is on the inside with help from Chad Little in 74. And see ya, Randy.
We knew that was coming.
Chad Little, the 95 winner of this race. He did it that year from 42nd starting spot, squeezing to the inside of the rookie Johnny Sauter.
Randy got lucky there. There was a big enough gap in between those cars where he could slide down and got down back in line on the bottom of the racetrack. Hey, Marty, what's happening down there?
Well, Matt Kenseth came on the radio, said he has a very bad vibration. They were trying to get him to pit road that time, Wally, but they could not. He had a very fast car, started at the back, made his way all the way up to 23rd, and now he's going to have to come to pit road with a very, very bad vibration.
You know, if he could just hang on for a couple of laps, there has to be a caution flag pretty soon. There's Shane Meal in the 47 car in his very first Busch Series race at Daytona.
And Marty was saying he couldn't get in the pits, talking about Matt Kenseth. Sometimes when you're in the middle of this traffic, it's hard to get out of the way and let cars get by you so you could get the pit lane. So sometimes you have to take a whole extra lap just to get singled out so you can make pit lane.
Jason Keller dropping down to the inside. 3 wide there into turn 1 as Keller is up underneath Ricky Hendrick.
Hey, Marty, the 17 car did not pit that time. What's going on?
Well, he said that the vibration started to go away, and I'm going to ask Russ Trupp here in just a minute, his crew chief, if it has gone away enough to keep him out on the racetrack. Matt has not said anything during this lap they're on right now.
Might be holding his breath.
Well, he looked like, I don't know, that was a hard angle. He looked like he got real loose getting out to that lap.
Talking about Greg Biffle kind of pulling his way up to the front. Watch this.
We're on board with Johnny Sauter, and he said, okay, Johnny, let's go. But if you can hear the engine in Sauter's car, even from the bump, he never backed off the throttle.
Starting to sort out ahead of the pack now.
Burns, what's going on with the 95 car?
Stedman Marlin's window net came down. The bracket came loose somehow. He cannot race on this track without his window net up. The crew had to bring him in. They'll top him off with fuel and get that window net re-clipped. It doesn't look like there's a problem with it. It just came unhooked, and they'll probably put some tape over it or something to make sure it stays this time.